What's up, sweet child?
I'm not.
Sweet summer child. Wait, I
Yeah.
bodied you in Hero League last time I played against you.
I bodied with you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. Capital D colon. Is my Discord broken? Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Ah, there we go. You just got destroyed by Discord.
Discord always destroys me.
Okay. So first off, and like you have to answer all these questions seriously, okay? Every question I send you, you have to answer them seriously. Why'd you pick Lunara?
So this game, personally, I was just feeling like Lunara and just trying to grind out a few games with her to get some replays. But personally, when I usually pick Lunara, it's partial comfort and then just knowing how to control fights with her and just take the long game. Because a lot of games are going late right now, so a lot of the times you'll be able to get your 16 and 20 power spikes.
Okay, so we've got a question. Why is Beg for Mercy better known on Lunara than you?
Because he uses Reddit and I don't.
Number 2, you're playing Lunara against this is my question to you, a Zeratul who's going to beat your ass in, a Dehaka who has sustain and takes very little damage from you, a Lucio who provides sustained damage which counters your damage, and Raynor who has a heal, and the only real good target that you're fighting against here is this Garrosh. When did you pick the Lunara, and how can you justify the pick against a draft like this?
Middle of the draft, it's mainly just preference in knowing how to play against these characters and playing against how they're supposed to be countering me, just knowing how to do it, and just having that knowledge of what I'm supposed to do into these. So usually into Lucio, taking Choking Pollen at 7 sometimes. So I do not remember if I do that this game.
Okay.
I think I do.
Would you say, in general, this is not the style of draft that you would want to play Lunara against?
In general, no. But you can safely run it if you're very comfortable.
And this is a leap game?
Yes. Usually my rule for that is whenever they have dive, just go leap.
Did you miss
And then
Q autos?
if I may have. Okay, I missed that one there on
There's
the
one
Lucio.
there, and then okay, you get this one, you get that one, and you miss all these. You try so hard. I actually think you're out of range the entire time. But which healers do you avoid picking Lunara against?
Preferably, there's only one that I really hate going against, which is Alexstrasza, is because she has that. I guess Stukov as well, because he kind of does the same thing, where he can have a little bit of sustain healing on top of big burst heal.
Okay, and
So
conversely,
it's just kind of hard to damage through.
which are your favorite supports to play against, and why is it Uther?
Uther, because Uther can never sustain anything that you do.
All right. Your level 1 talents. Is there variability, or is it only this talent?
I think there's a little bit of variability depending on the map. Most of the time I will say Sentinel Wisp, because it does everything Natural Perspective does and better, and you can control where you have that. Like, you don't have to auto attack, you don't have to walk up and put yourself in danger to do it.
Okay.
So, Natural Perspective on like BOE sometimes, and sometimes against comps that can clear it really fast, like Tracers, Genjis.
Okay. Here we go. Whoops, that's not you. I'm used to hitting 1 for the last replay. I actually wanted to look at your damage rotation here, so we could show people. So you're obviously coming down because you see Glarung's in a heap of shit. So you get the 1 auto attack. You look for an auto and a Q likely. But you W first to get, why do you do that? Get hit confirm on your Q?
Hit confirm on Q with a slow.
Here to hear, folks. He still trades so well into you. Health pool's so low. He has self-sustain. So yeah, I actually just want to go over that just to show Lunara players. And I know a lot of you might just already be familiar with this, but you tag get the slow with W beforehand and then use that because he's slower to land your Q, and that's basically exactly what happens here. And you can just do this often against many heroes. That's kind of how you play Lunara. If you can get in free auto attacks and then you just play the range a little bit and then you walk in again once your poison's about to time out, you hit that W, hit another auto attack and like a free Q, and you just chunk people so hard. Obviously not able to do it really here because, you know, time is of the essence, but right there, use the W to get the slow and then a Q. I love watching Lunara walk when you speed up the game.
It's fun in general. It's actually kind of why I got into Lunara, because the person who got me into this game really hated the way she moved, so
and
I was a troll.
At her and you said, "I like the way you move." Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Let's go with that. Sure.
Shouldn't you be queuing this right here and then using W?
Queuing the back. Yeah, I think I just misclicked on that one. Usually I'll queue there.
Usually, folks,
I try to hit that back.
Yeah, you want to hit your Q onto these if you can. Just like that. It's the best for wave clear. Don't worry, folks. We will talk about all of the talent tiers as we come up to them. Again, if you have questions, just feel free to at me and I will ask them. I'm sure Enigmatic's also paying attention to chat in some form as well.
Sorta, kinda.
If not, like I said, just hit me up and... Okay, here we go. Looks like a good opportunity for you to get some trade damage here. Ooh, they ripped the old... You switch targets over here instead of pushing in. Is that just because of the turret?
Mainly because of the turret and just not having the control in that area, as they were kind of bodying us out a little bit. It's kind of scary for me to walk into chokes against them.
Yep.
Especially with Zeratul and tossing, stuff like that.
And he tried to do the very same thing here against the Zeratul, used the W to get this slow, but just missed the Q, so that would have been a bit more damage here. Okay, so level 4 talents. So you went Nature's Culling. Is there any chance you go into these other ones?
Did she have another talent besides Nature's Culling?
Good.
I did not know that.
So everyone, like, Nature's Culling is absolutely unbelievable. It is so damn strong. Especially if you're climbing. This talent, if you're climbing and you know how to play Lunara safely, you can go Thornwood plus Nature's Culling and literally win the game at level 10 because you just hit minion waves as they show up in a line and you just clear 2 waves over and over and over. That's what I did so much climbing. Your wave clear is disgusting.
One W.
Yeah.
Clear the whole thing.
Yep.
Take control of it to pilot the mech.
You guys are down a full level at this point, mainly just because of the 4 death advantage that they have, and also the fact that they took your camp away. It's lots of XP.
Which I think that's one thing I do a lot this game is try to keep us in levels.
Is Glaurung literally just feeding out of his jurisdiction right now?
I would like to believe not, but only time will tell.
One thing right there that Enigmatic did that's smart is not wasting any time with his body, like right-clicking mid lane from top lane and actually just typing while he's moving. You can only do that when you're not afraid of the Zeratul, because if you're typing and the Zeratul ganks you can get in a lot of shit, but Zeratul's early game is super weak anyways. The chances of him trying to gank someone here is pretty low. He's not going to die.
Not at all.
So that's my one problem against, as Lunara against Garrosh. This happens so many times, dude. It's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
That's why choking is pretty good as well.
I do believe I go choking here. I don't see why I wouldn't. Maybe a misclick? I don't remember. This game was like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
You're taking a lot of your health pool for this.
I do believe I was in comms saying to the people that were in there that I wanted somebody to come, but nobody came.
Just as criticism, it might have just been better for you to stay here instead, or catch bottom soak. Oh baby!
Never scared.
He's gonna Q and miss you. Yes. Still so far. It feels. Come on, get the Q. Wait, he lives. And you're basically just trying to trade as much damage as you can. Level 7s now, so you're gonna lock in. This is a talent where you can actually like think about the choice. So interesting. You go top lane instead, eh? Is it just because you 100% think that you're gonna lose? Because I feel like this is a big mistake.
I felt like we were gonna lose that, especially with my health pool, and I know we have mouth, but I just felt like this was a fight we won't win. I did believe that was something we didn't want. There was a lot of miscommunication in this. So.
Okay, so level 7 talents.
Choking
When?
Pollen, Splintered Spear are the only two choices. Choking Pollen when you're against a lot more sustain healing, and or need the burst for, I guess, finishing targets. And then you want to take Splintered Spear when you need to spread poison and put pressure on a lot of people. It also works really well with your late game when you're 16, because you can put 4 things of poison on people and slow them all at the same time.
I love
so
it
your
when
damage
people are slow.
scales out of control.
This guy's doing NA math right now in the chat. This is a pretty big advantage the enemy team has.
Very much so. Ryukai asked if it scales at 5%, and yes, her poison scales at 5%. For a while, she was the best scaling character, base stats wise. Until Raynor got 5% scaling on autos.
Hey, Raynor. I gotta look at this. I don't get this. Okay.
They had 10s.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Okay. You
Or
literally see
ever
this.
up that far.
You see this on the. You see this. E this way. Nope, not that way. Nope, not that like that either. You have to dodge down or up.
I guess Jin had a little bit of a good body block there, but
Oh, swanky pants too, buddy.
they just didn't want to listen. They didn't want to play back. 10s, who needs it?
Yeah, I don't understand. Honestly, community coaching has made me perfectly comfortable going up against HGC players in Hero League. It's super fine for me every single time I see an HGC player. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm just going to win because they expect games to be like scrims. And I think every single time I've had to like match an HGC player, even like a one-on-one, it's easier than a normal player. That's his cattle. Cattle doesn't feed that much. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Okay, you're just hitting basically the one safe target. You got a bunker here to go to, so you're actually able to step in further. You dive. You've got a second charge, and you're just looking at executing. Okay, and now you can hit a Q like right here as he tries to escape, or you can ult him. Ult is probably safer just because it's freaking Lucio. Is this is this accurate commentary?
Yes, 100%. Always safer to just go for the, I guess we can say hit scan ability.
Sorry, did my mans just actually tongue young Blaze out of the damn sky right here?
Jin God.
Did my mans actually just do... Okay, silences Blaze. We gotta watch this. My mans gets rooted up, hits the young burrow, sees he's afraid. Oh, he sidesteps it, comes back in. He's like, oh, his Blaze, I'm in trouble. There's an oil spill. He sees... Pulls out his tongue. Gets my mans mid CC and really just beats it up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Jin smurfing. Jin's a really good player. Isn't this Dehaka's worst map? I don't know if I would say worst, but I definitely don't think he's good on this map.
Infernal Shrines?
Could be a toss-up, honestly. He's not, like, super awful on this map. It's just the problem is there's no split push for him. Dehaka's a god when you can, like, catch a camp and go push with it. But on this one, what are you going to do? Use the siege camp? Ella giggle?
It's hard to get into fights top as well, because you only have a few places you can burrow in. Can't really burrow around the point, like in bottom, so. Or even mid.
Ooh, this guy's in small trouble, but you guys aren't level 13. Can you guys just straight contest this?
I was hoping we could, but
having a look at this.
With 13s, it's kind of spooky.
Okay, you leap back over. You step back in. You get autos onto their front line. You hit Jin in a second. Okay, you get tongue there. Was that an 8? Yeah, that was you. You stepped in way too close there, just in general. But so here, throw an auto, and they're completely zoned off. And you figure getting a kill here is better than switching your damage down here.
After sound barrier, it's just, yeah, I think I should have switched, but
oh, that was close. Lunara poison on these turrets is super effective, by the way, folks.
Does count as a
structure or whatever.
Structure, yeah, it counts as something you can do extra damage to.
Nature's culling.
Minions, mercs, and monsters, structures, anything that's not a hero.
Damn, if you guys had level 13, that was your fight for sure. You didn't want to stay. Yeah, okay, there you go.
There was a wave top. I thought we would get it off of that, but I just cleared anyways.
Gotta kind of ignore bot at this point. Teammates able to step back in. There we go. So, okay, I see, I'm pretty sure I see exactly what's going through your head here, but I just want to comment on it and we'll find out if this is accurate. So you move up, you guys got level 13, but as soon as you get in this position right now, you hear the dig, you're aware that he's right below you. So right now you're focusing on trying to get into this area and looking for an escape down, like if you move out this way and escaping back, or maybe diving in and then diving out up here. But your main concern right now is obviously getting turned on by these guys, but getting CC'd here.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm always watching him. Yeah. I think at this point, I'm putting my damage, I think, either on the Rainer or the Raider.
See, like,
trying to take that out of the fight.
Even here, the fact that you don't just ult Jin, to me, it seems ambitious. Okay, he turns and hits that. I felt like he could have just queued you. But maybe they don't kill you. And he has no cleanse. But we'll see.
that is one thing that I am used to
Jesus.
is getting used to the animation of the hack attack and either leaping over it or sidestepping it.
True, and you do have the increased movement speed. Okay, level 13s.
I think this is actually her best talent here choice by far. I personally like Abolish Magic the most because it's a pretty much full cleanse on a 35-second cooldown that also gives you Relentless, which is insane to me. The only few things it doesn't remove are technically Hook. You can't block Hook. You can't get rid of Taunt, which makes no sense to me. And there's like one or two more things.
Also,
But
there's no
everything
cleanse
else-
on your team, as is.
Yep. On top of cleanse.
The other
nothing on
option
anybody.
against Azeratul, likely Spell Shield.
Yep. And every single time he blinks in, you just activate it, and he does about negative damage to you. And
Yeah.
then there's Let Them Wither with the Splintered Spear, usually, where you'll be able to get a lot longer slow, and it doesn't decay, which is really good. So you get 4 ticks of unfair advantage at 16.
Any quick TLDR? So when you would run this? It's just when you're running Splintered
It's
Spear?
pretty much the base choice. If you want to get rid of a lot of CC, if the enemy team has a lot of CC or dot, you take Abolish. And if the enemy has a lot of pressure onto you, spell pressure, like Pyroblast or Kel'Thuzad, then you can go with Greater Spell Shield if you're worried about it. Go for the Throat as well. From Greymane's a good one. Pulse Bomb.
Ooh. Okay, still just looking at angles. You see this combo go through, and this should be a very reasonable ult, which you find. So again, this is just what you see from top level players, folks. Just paying attention. Like a lot of the times you're looking at your teammates more so than yourself, especially if you just know the area that you're allowed to operate in. Right now you see the enemy team over here. You're not scared about this Garrosh so much. He's on this conveyor belt. Honestly, I would expect Enigmatic to be paying more attention to over here than anything right now. He sees this Rainer, he sees this Kel'Thuzad look for a combo, finds it, instantly walks in and looks for an ult. That's how you guys have to be looking in team fights, not just on this hero, but in general. Gets the Leaping Strike. That was scary. And your support has 0 mana. That was a good... Oh, wait. What?
I do not think he was ready to go in on that. I think he thought he was going to get punished, the Zero would.
Alright, my man's on the point. Oh, it's not showing. Hee replays XD. Okay, so it's a question that I'm sure a billion people have, and can you generalize where you put your Wisp? If I were to explain it right now, it would be this. The only real angles that the opponents can take is here and here. So you just put it in one of these 2 bushes, the only 2 angles that they can take on this map in general. Like, you can put it here, but then it just gets destroyed immediately. You can put it here, same thing, but you already have the vision from the minion waves. So the only reasonable place to put it is here or here.
Yep. Usually you'll want to put it on their side, just because if you're taking Sentinel Wisp, it'll give vision of that top, that little top choke up towards the top left when they're walking onto point. And then having the vision of the support camp and everything there just is really powerful.
Blue team has taken control of a protector. Hero slain.
And it's better to have like your burst mage in or outside. I guess in this situation, honestly, actually having you outside would be pretty good too, because nature's culling. But
Yeah, I usually in Hero League I don't trust people as much, but if this was the case of my HGC Open game, I think it would be me in that because I'd be on the mage. So
Slain.
I'm a lot more used to it, so I just kind of do it.
dude, this T is nuts, buddy.
Better be.
I am beating up this entire French press right now.
Maybe I should have let him get in so he didn't have to embarrass himself there. So
Red
that's all I'll say about that.
Don't you go bot here because the next objective is bot? Yeah, that is something that they could do.
In general, we wanted 16. We wanted to make sure we got a equal tier.
Definitely more important.
Pushing port now is way more important than well.
So here, would you be willing to RR?
No. Knowing Zeratul above me, like in about half a second, I see it right there, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go in on this. I'll auto though. Do think I might have seen him a little bit sooner as well. So.
One second. The hell is that noise outside? Sounds like a zombie invasion's going on in my city.
hero slain.
Definitely is.
If they just needed XP, shouldn't they have finished top? They could have, but opening up the map is also really good because then you just have vision. All in this area, and vision against Zeratil's super good.
Yeah, and they had a lot better defense topside than they would have mid, so. There's a couple of reasons to stay mid with that.
Wait a second.
I totally don't miss my Q on this wave. Just don't ask.
Okay, they show going top. I was gonna say, you're insane for walking here. Okay, Wisp is up. Again, you put it in an area where you can be flanked by, or where you think that your opponents can rotate into, or just a place that you just want vision on. But the usual reasons that you want vision on something is because you want to be safe. Other reasons, obviously, scouting out things and all that jazz, but for the most part, you want to be safe.
Yeah, there's a few bushes that you want to prioritize on this map. The top left and top right. There's the camps next to, or in the bushes next to the camps down towards the turrets, and then there is one bottom bush that you can prioritize, and usually it has to be on whichever side you're on, and you just play safe around it. So, and that works really well with Sentinel Wisp.
This would be in a situation where you are behind on positioning and your teammates want to step into the control point, but
Yes.
you're worried about a flank from here, so you stick the Wisp in here, folks, so that you can walk in safely, because knowing that nobody's here means that you actually have control of this area, because we know vision is everything. Ooh. Ooh, man. No, drop your item. No sound barrier. How is his health just the same?
Not enough on him. Just can't get too much. I was scared to step up without the tank, and then I have been having 5.
And just real quick, again, Nature's Culling, 2 auto attacks is all it took on this. I was gonna, please, not this way, my son. Here we go. This is a really good chase for you guys.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you guys still get 1 extra kill off of that. So trading a 2 for 2 is decent. Oh no, he's coming.
I was kind of disappointed he didn't just
Line that
combo onto
W?
the Zera.
Yeah,
He tried to go for somebody on the fort.
that was free. That was actually a kill on Zeratul right there.
always hurts me when I watch other people play Kel'Thuzad too.
Wait a second here. How does this... Oh wait, no, I'd have to go back beforehand. Doesn't matter. It's all good. All right. You guys obviously just looking at level 20 before you go to contest. But you don't have a whole lot of time. It's also just unsafe for you to go, like... First off, man, I think that they could really screw you guys over here. They should have just played off the map, played in these bushes with Dehaka on the point. And you guys showing up onto this camp means you just throw the game. They dig onto the backside and they 5v5 you guys down talent tier. They can even void you. This was so bad by them. This was just a free end for them if they played this better.
I do think we had an idea of where they were as a team, so that's why I kind of did it.
Jin
I
showed
don't
on
think
top.
that happens if we do that, or if they do that.
Even so, I think they should set up that way. They set up improperly. But yeah, your guys' response to their setup obviously was a good call.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Allow tanks it for me. The real MVP.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
I was gonna say, what's Jin doing? Enigmatic is not a Lunara one trick anymore, you guys. It's moved on. He plays Hanzo.
Sometimes Jaina.
Sometimes Jainad. Sometimes Kel'Thuzad. He's
Others sprinkled in here or there.
one of the best fall stats in North America. I just made that up. Your fall stat's probably garbage, isn't it?
Not that bad actually, I don't think. Maybe. Sometimes I fly a little too far. And then gust enemies into my team on Dragonshire. Story for another time.
Oh my god.
Hero slain.
We all know I'm the best soaking Valera NA.
Dude, oh.
30.
The fall stat game was so good. Holy cow.
Something new.
Okay, hold up. Let's look at this because you guys just used the game here.
Think I had a leaping strike here that I just missed.
What's your 20?
20. I am always intensifying toxin. I don't believe in galloping gate. I don't believe in boundless strides anymore. Galloping gate maybe if you're not as comfortable. It's a good escape. It's good movement. Helps you get across the map. But I just think intensifying toxin just it ramps your damage so much. It's just an always pick for me.
Okay, I gotta look at all of this. Where are we at? Where are you? 7 fucking...
Little low on damage, but I do believe that is because I was soaking a lot more.
Why are you going back in?
Me? Oh.
No, I
Go on.
don't know. Yeah, sorry. I'm just a little frustrated. Okay, hold on. You have to watch out for a hand. You get handed, you're dead.
Yes, that is true.
Even playing up this far is sketchy. Because even like right now, don't you just get no matter what the scenario is, if he just blinks onto you and voids you, are you just dead?
Yes, I was in a really poor position here, and then I just get tongue. I didn't even leap. I had it.
Jin is a bloody legend, buddy. Okay.
I think at this point I was just kind of a little tilted.
Does he have? What a god, dude!
Late game.
He tosses him into the void here, walks in, taunts the entire universe. Who is this fresh guy? Okay. Well, thank you for this. I appreciate it. Thanks for answering all of our questions. Do you have any advice for aspiring Lunara mains at any rank? Do you have any just like, top 5 things for them to do, or just like any just advice for them whatsoever that you haven't gone over in this replay?
A few of the things is know how to stutter step. Biggest thing for pretty much all auto attack assassins. You have a guide on that. I know you posted a while back. Make sure you know how to do that. Know your matchups for sure, as with again pretty much any character. Knowing who you can trade into, knowing who to pick her into. Usually you'll want to take it into a non-sustain healer, and you'll want to take it later in the draft. Don't be like me. Usually you want to take her when you already have burst damage. You don't want to play her as the burst damage if you get forced into it. Know when to switch your talents. Knowing the difference between when Leaping Strike and Thornwood Vines. I know we touched on that a little bit, but yeah, pretty much all dive. You'll want it to go Leaping Strike. If it's just one person, two people, I usually go Leaping Strike no matter what. And if they have a comp that kind of plays back, don't really have much pressure. Maybe a Muradin is their only their dive onto the backline. You can go Thornwood Vines and poke out their backline. And knowing your Wisp positioning on each map, the biggest things, I would think.
Awesome. Well, for anybody out there that has questions for you personally and you're willing to answer them, where can they reach you? What's the best way?
You can reach me on Discord. My Discord tag is enigmatic #0306. And that will be the best way. Also, contacting me on Twitter is another good way, at Enigmatic Hots.
Right on. Well, thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it, and have a freaking awesome night.
Is it all right if I plug my stream, because I stream a lot of Lunara?
Of course.
There's also that, twitch.tv/Enigmatic Hots. I play pretty much every range DPS. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. And I'll catch you again, I'm sure.
All right. Catch
Okay,
you
see ya.
around. See ya.